Hi everyone, Max here with Fiction Rant, where I give my thoughts on all things sci-fi and fantasy. If you agree with me or disagree with me, that's great. You're watching this video, so I'm assuming you also love sci-fi and fantasy, and I'd love to see your thoughts if you comment below. In this video, I'd like to talk about Harry Potter, and how there's some remarkably underutilized quote-unquote technologies that just don't get used as much as they should. And no, for a change, I'm not talking about how time turners could solve all of everyone's problems ever. Nor will I be talking about how indulging a little bit of Muggle tech would make life so much easier for everyone. Ballpoint pen, anyone? I'm talking about how spells could be attached to objects in the same way that Fred and George were doing in The Half-Blood Prince when they were attaching the Protego, or shield spell, to hats as a prank item to sell at their joke shop. The idea was wear one of these normal-looking hats, challenge a friend to a friendly duel, and then laugh as their first spell rebounds on them. Oh, how fun. It turns out, though, that many witches and wizards in the Harry Potter world couldn't actually cast a decent shield spell, so the Ministry of Magic started buying all of them up as a first line of defense for their people against dark wizards. They were, of course, still useless against unforgivable spells, but they were better than nothing. So, my question is, why not apply the same principle to any number of other spells? There's plenty of spells out there that are either impractical to use via a wand, or would be great as a supplement to any wand. The first spell that stands out to me is one that apparently everyone can use, and which could be highly useful attached to a variety of items, the Stupefy, or Stunning spell. This spell gets used a lot in the Harry Potter series, usually by the good guys, and it's great for an effective but non-lethal takedown. So, why not create a line of products for the discerning young witch or wizard akin to stun guns or pepper spray? Clearly, there's plenty of less than wholesome folk in the wizarding world, and one of the more reliable ways to defeat any wizard is either to deprive them of their wand, or to surprise them with an attack before they can cast a spell or in a way that they're not expecting. So, why not? Attach the Stupefy spell to a handbag, or an umbrella, or bracelet, or any number of other things that the spell could be attached to, so that should a witch or wizard be accosted down Nocturne Alley one day, they can simply swat the assailant with their enchanted item and carry on their way as the would-be attacker gets knocked out. Another spell that I would have absolutely loved to have available when I was in school is the Wingardium Leviosa, or Levitation spell. Yes, technically any wand-wielding witch or wizard who's completed their first year of Hogwarts could absolutely use this on any number of things themselves, but convenience is absolutely a factor here, so I think that this one still holds water. Affix the levitation spell to book bags, satchels, backpacks, whatever, to make them lighter than air on their own. This should mean that if you load them up at this point, they'll sink back to the ground again, but how great would it be to have a book bag that makes your books lighter while you're carrying them around? I know that in my school days, lugging all my books from class to class made my back plenty sore, and I didn't even have all of the ponderous tomes common to Hogwarts, nor did I have to lug them up and down a bunch of huge flights of stairs that move on their own. I would guess that most students don't have the time or inclination to go back to their rooms between every class to be able to swap out books. So I think this spell would be useful to any and all students at Hogwarts and elsewhere. The last spell I'd like to mention is the one that is entirely impractical to use with a wand at all. The relatively obscure Anapneo spell. Now, a little context here. Professor Slughorn used this spell towards the beginning of Half-Blood Prince to clear Marcus Belby's airway when he was choking on some food. Now, let me be clear here. He used a spell to stop someone from choking by pointing his wand at them and speaking the spell clearly. This one is absurd to not have it attached to an item. It's really only useful when your airway is blocked, and so you really can't speak clearly. So if you're alone, choking, and haven't mastered nonverbal spells, what are you supposed to do? You either get to choke to death, or point a wand that in your hands is quite capable of demolishing a building, point that at your own throat, and really hope to pronounce the spell right. I think some crafty witch or wizard should invent the Stop Choking Mallet, or something that could be used as a standard piece of dining table place settings everywhere. Start choking on a bit of pheasant? Well, just grab hold of the anti-choker hammer and bop yourself on the neck to stop that in a hurry. Warning, this product is the complete opposite of a choking hazard. Now, to J.K. Rowling's credit, any or all of these could already exist in her world, and they just never came up. She didn't cover everything in her books, but I still think that brainstorming such things is fun anyway. So now, it's your turn. What other spells do you think should be attached to items? Keep it clean now. We're all aware of the Engorgio spell, and I think that that's all I'm going to say about that one. Please leave all other suggestions and criticisms in the comment below. I look forward to seeing what everyone else can come up with. Thanks, everyone.